Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the show today. It's me, your humble host, BitBoy. Oh, I think you can see my lizard in the background now. Yep, there she is. There's Lizandra. All right, guys, we're going to be taking a look at something really interesting. The floodgates are going to be opening when it comes to rules and the SEC, as the new chair, Paul Atkins, he just said a lot of cool stuff. So we're going to take a look at that today. But let's go ahead and start, as we always do, with CoinMarketCap. Nope, there we go. All right. Make this a little bigger. Okay. We got the market cap coming in at $3.94 trillion. We got the volume healthy, 158 billion. Bitcoin dominance 56.1% and ETH dominance 13.1%. We're going to be taking a look at SWI today. We're going to be taking a look at Dogecoin, at Solana. They all had Dogecoin and Solana had a little bit of a pump. XRP2 over the last week, as you can see, 4.3%, but it's down for the day. So really, I think that we got a story on Cardano today. I meant to say that as well. Cardano doing well for the week, 8.2% for the 30 days. So one of the biggest gainers in the top outside Solana. Binance coin is $873. I think it hit 900, I think somebody said. So that's good for it. Let's go ahead and see Bitcoin right now. None of these numbers were correct, actually. Let me give you the new numbers. Here's the new numbers. Sorry about that, guys. $113,830. And I am bullish on Bitcoin. We're going to look at the chart in a minute. And I'm bullish. As long as it holds above 113.6, then we should be bullish. It should be heading back to 14 here pretty soon. When we get to the charts, we'll look at that. Ethereum at 4,400, doing okay. And we have XRP up over the last 24 hours, 1.6%. Dogecoin up 11.7% for the 7-day. Cardano up 6.5%. And Solana green all around. 4.7 over the last 24 hours, over the last 7 days, 5.4%, 24.9%. And kind of the language that was used that I think is really interesting was in the story right here. Let's see, what story is it? Nope, that's not it. 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 Must be this one. Rotation lifts. It said rotation lifts Sol and Doge. Like the top coins, they're all getting a turn to pump, and that's good. We want that. I mean, who doesn't want that? Perma bulls, or perma bears, excuse me. That's about it. I do have a little short opened up here on. I'm sorry, I'm not a short. I do have a long. I'm currently down $121, as you can see here. My liquidation, I'm only on 3x the point here. Liquidation's around 72,000, so I think I'm okay there. But I'm bullish as long as it holds that 13.6. And I don't know for sure if it's going to, but if I get stopped out, that's okay. Wow. We've got some violent cats going on in this office here. Hey. It's violent cats. Where's little Rumble go? There he is.
He's right here.
Okay. They can't fight during my show.
They never fight.
Well, they can't fight during my show. I tell them they can't fight during the show. It's a rule.
Everyone.
Thank you. All right, let's take a look at the big movers in the last 24 hours. Proving its blockchain with a ticker hash. There you go. How about that? Pump.fun up 19.1%. These are incredible numbers that we're seeing here, guys. I mean, we've got, if you look at the 7-day and you see MyX Finance, which I took a heck of a long one yesterday and made some money. I'm out right now. 1,357% for the 7 days. WorldCoin, 107.2%. Can't remember who it was, said they're going to be working with WorldCoin, but that's why that one pumped so much. You got 94.4%. Look over the 30 days. You got MyX, Memecore, OKB, WorldCoin, Story, which is IP, is the ticker. I mean, these are all doing really well, guys. We got so many that are up 50%. It is altcoin season right now. People are missing it. That's the thing. For some, because people are just so focused on the bigger coins, you're missing all these smaller coins that are pumping, which on this channel, we tell you what they are and what they do. My X is an exchange. There you go. We had to look it up yesterday. I saw the ticker and CryptoFace had it. It showed this on its video, and I went and looked, and I felt like it was a good price at like 15 cents, and it went all the way up to 18 cents, and then it came back to, I'm sorry, $15. And then it went all the way up to $18, hit some price discovery, and then went immediately down. And it's 16.7 right now. Maybe a time to short. I don't know. Maybe a time to short. I'm not 100% sure. But I do want to, let's see here. Let's see. As we are looking at numbers here, I got to find my string card. Where is it at? Okay. Oh, yep. I want that running. No, there we go. Look at that. Thank you to Market Cipher, one of our sponsors for the channel. You can check out Market Cipher at MC.BitBoy.Deals. It's what we use for trading. So if you guys don't mind, go ahead and hitting that up. If you do not own Market Cipher, it is a must own. Like, you need to hear me and understand that. If you don't own Market Cipher, it's a must own. It's been the one that I've had forever. We had our own for a little bit, and Market Cipher just proved like it blows everything else out of the water. So if you haven't tried Market Cipher yet, make sure that you do that. Okay. All right. So let's go look. Let me see how much of my screen that takes up. Just the top part. That's perfect, actually. Okay. I made all my own graphics, guys. I make all my own graphics. Guys, this news is crazy. And are my eyes shaking? What is happening here? Do you see this? Yeah. Can you see my screen? Yeah. It's shaking. This line is shaking. I don't see shaking. It was definitely shaking. Sure. Did y'all see that? Did people in the chat see that? The SEC's Paul Atkins, who's the chair now, commented on Project Crypto, proposing one regulatory framework for trading, lending, and staking digital assets. I think this is by far the most bullish story of the day. The U.S. SEC chair, Paul Atkins, said that most crypto tokens are not securities. Wow, it's almost like you've heard that somewhere else ever since this channel was started in 2018. While outlining a sweeping plan to integrate crypto activities like trading, lending, and staking under a unified regulatory framework. It's a new day at the SEC, Atkins said during a keynote address at the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development Roundtable in Paris on Wednesday. Policy will no longer be set by ad hoc enforcement actions. Remember, that's all they would do is regulate through enforcement. When Gary Gensler was there, he's gone. He added, contrasting the previous administration's aggressive crackdown on crypto firms, we will provide clear, predictable rules of the road so that innovators can thrive in the United States. Under the project initiative, the SEC claims to modernize its securities regulations to accommodate blockchain-based financial markets. According to Atkins, the president's working group on digital asset markets has already delivered a bold blueprint to support this mission. So this was a pretty big address, and they're saying most crypto projects are not securities. We're finally getting past that part of the crypto lifetime where we had to focus on just trying to make regulation fit what's real. And now it has done that. He also talked about these super apps, which can have trading, lending, and staking of digital assets under one regulatory umbrella. He said that they should also have the flexibility to offer multiple custody solutions. So he said we should not overburden entrepreneurs with duplicative rules that only the largest incumbents can bear. So making it easier for people. And then also in this story, they talked about the EU tightening grip for banks, which is really fascinating to me here. They said that they've got to hold significantly more capital against unbacked cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ether. These draft regulatory standards are now pending review by the European Commission. Under the proposed framework, unbacked digital assets such as Bitcoin fall into Group 2B and carry a hefty 1,250% risk weight, meaning banks, must set aside a substantial capital reserve. So interesting stuff here coming all the way around. You've got the SEC chair coming in saying everything's bullish, nothing securities, let's get this party started. And then you got the EU coming down on some banks and saying, hey, you got to own crypto. This is always the world that I imagined back when I was just a WeChat. I was a wee lad in the crypto space. Those are things I said and thought. Okay, so here we are. Let's take a look at Bitcoin really quickly. And we do have, do I have this? Do I go to my comments? Let's see. Market cipher is crucial. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, that's pretty funny. I think Dana White and Trump are buddies. I think that will be the next because they're involved in UFC. I don't know about VeChain. I'm not sure. They're always, VeChain always is about to pump. And where is it? Is it even a relevant cryptocurrency anymore? I mean, they sponsor the UFC, but outside of that, like, what are they really doing? And I don't see it. I don't know people that use VeChain. I used to use VeChain early on. I don't know people that use it. If I don't know anybody who uses it, there you go. Really hope the altcoins have a turn. Concerned the new way will only include a handful of tokens. It's a rotating bucket of tokens is what it is. Right now you got some low, some high. Caspa, whatever happened to Caspa? Caspa doesn't get enough spotlight. I was told it was going to be top 10, and I said I didn't think so. I thought it was going to fall back to earth. It happened. Talk Cardano. We'll talk Cardano at some point. I do need to give you guys the new link. By the way, we have a new link to join our chat. All you got to do is type. Let's see. It's making it where I can't comment again. Regardless, I'll have to give that to you guys tomorrow, I guess. Or maybe I can go on YouTube. Let's see, guys, if I can do it. See if I can go to YouTube, go to the stream, live. Oh, God. Okay, that should work. And go to the chat. It's right here. All right, this is the link to join our Telegram group. Let me type it in here, BitBoy Telegram group. Kufu. So you basically, here's what's going on. We've now locked our group up. Basically, this is going to be for what we're going to use for our trading competition with Phemex. So make sure that you guys join the group. You got to this is what I'll say. For all of you who have tried to go to places or go to exchanges that require KYC and things like that, like many of them do, just try my link. Just try my link for Phemex and see if it'll let you sign up. I think some of you guys might be surprised, which is fine, but I digress. Okay, so Bitcoin right now is at 13.8. My long is at 13.894. So I'm at like 113.900. I really needed to get up to 14, but I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to get up in the $15,000 range, $115,000 range that is, and hopefully we're going to see this long turn into something pretty good here. And then once it gets closer to 17, I think might take a short. So also thank you to our sponsor, Phemex. If you guys would like to, try my link. Just try my link, Phemex.BitBoy.Deals. And there you go. And then tomorrow we're going to really have a big kickoff where I'm going to have the new link for you guys for the trading group. It's all getting set up right now as we speak. We already have about 100 people in there, but going forward, you got to do some steps to get in. And what is this? Why do I need people to verify with Phemex? Because we want to make sure that only the people that are in with us in the trading competition are going to be getting these fire signals. They're going to be sending the best traders of Phemex are going to be sending signals in that group. That's why you're going to want to be in there. So there we go. All right, back to the show here. we're looking at Bitcoin, and I mean, you could say this is the 4-hour chart. I mean, nothing really doing there. Let's see. Yeah, this is the first time since, what date is that? Since August 24th that we're above the 13.6. This has been the resistance for a while. And you see our blue line we've got drawn there. I think this is good. I think this is going to break out and go up. So we should be at 14.2, 14.3, 14.4, 14.5 by the end of the day, I think. So that doesn't mean it's not going to dump down after it hits it. But I don't think it's dumping down until it gets it back to 115. So there you go. That's my analysis of what's going on. I did my X yesterday. Made a great trade on that. Finally closed that trade out. Thought about taking one on SoMe. I did, and then I immediately closed it because I felt like the market had really. It's weird when the small altcoins are pumping. You don't want Bitcoin to have a big move because that messes it up. People go back into Bitcoin. So right now it's at 113,759, and it's got 13 more minutes before the hour resets, and we'll get another candle, and so we'll see what's going on with that. Crypto traders' current fear won't last long, analysts say. Analysts tell Cointelegraph that Bitcoin reclaiming 117,000 and a Federal Reserve rate cut would be key drivers of positive sentiment. We told you the same thing. Are we going to get a pre-interest cut rally, and then the interest cut comes and we actually see a negative effect in the immediate term? I think that's possible. So you guys be careful. Anytime you guys are trading and you know, we've got a FOMC meeting. Those are some of the most volatile times. That's coming in a week from today, I think. So Sandsmith said in an expose on Tuesday that with the price of Bitcoin falling and altcoins going through a retrace period, traders have been increasingly talking about selling, the market sinking lower, or a bear market. So this is pretty interesting. What they're saying is, man, I feel like so many times I'm just so opposite what the news is saying. And there's a reason for that, because crypto usually does the opposite of what the majority is thinking. So right now, people are talking about bear market, and it's time to talk about a bear market, by the way. If we had the 4-year cycle continuing on its run, these would be conversations that we should be having right now. I had conversations with Rand back in 2021, where I told him that this was going to end, and he said, no, this is bull forever. Crypto's taken over. Everything's going to be in a bull run. No more 4-year cycle. And I talked about how wrong they were. Now we're getting to that same step of the market where people should be telling people, hey, we get these bear markets that go deep, 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 deep. Bitcoin can go back to $50,000, all these things. And now I'm telling you, I don't think we're going to see that. And it simply is because the foundation and support that institutions, crypto treasury funds, and politics now play in crypto, there's no way that this is going away. And plus, you got Donald Trump, who just earned billions of dollars just recently with some of the World 5 moves and the launch of ABTC, the American Bitcoin Data Company, that what this stuff's just going to go and die. Donald Trump invests in things that goes down. He's the president. He's really controlling regulation. It almost seems like a little bit of a conflict of interest, but it's a conflict of interest that we like, so we want it and we allow it. That's how I see it. So traders have changed their tunes, and this is going to talk more about what I was just saying here. Traders have changed their tune, swinging more and more negative with expectations of Bitcoin falling back below 100K, Ethereum back below 3.5K, and altcoins going through a retrace period. As markets move opposite to the crowd's expectations, these couple of weeks of FUD is an encouraging sign that the feared large retrace will never actually happen, because there's been tons of bad news and it hasn't even moved down negatively. We're back at 13.6. Follow along and see when the crowd gets overly greedy when markets are rising. And they know that by tracking words like hashtag buying, mooning, Lambo, bullish. And they do it on the downside by selling, lower, ending, bearish. Here's a chart. I don't even know what this chart is. It's so ridiculous they put this chart in this article because the text is so bad, but I digress. Analysts told Cointelegraph that the negative sentiment, will likely pass soon as the price of Bitcoin recovers. A possible U.S. rate cut is on the horizon. I think today seems to be the day that we're actually going to see this really begin to happen. Some financial institutions and market analysts are projecting the U.S. Federal Reserve will slash interest rates at least twice in 2025. That would be this month and mid-November or December. Let's see. All eyes are now on the Fed's meeting next week, with a cut of any kind possibly being the next key catalyst for positivity. Absolutely. We have a Euphoria index model that clearly showed BTC's recent all-time high was the product of, the product of a frothy market. Don't you love frothy markets? 117 breakout may turn Bitcoin sentiment bullish. It could also be a spot to short. So we'll just have to see. Now, here's a Pure and Green index. It was at 44 the other day, I believe, that we looked at it. Right now, it's at a 49. It's just hovering right in the middle, meaning really it could go either way from this point. Let's see. So there you go. Bitcoin's broken the 100K barrier. And now there's a bit of a question of what's next. 200,000 is the next high time frame major target, but that seems certainly a long ways off. It does, but we're going to get there anywhere soon. Who knows? Maybe by the end of next year. Maybe. I don't think so, though. I think we're going to continue to see what we've seen so far in this bull run. You get a new all-time high. It goes in discovery mode, and then it chills out, and it retraces like 20 grand or so, right? And I think we're going to see that over and over again, and we may not see like an end to this. It may continue to go, within reason. Obviously, eventually crypto prices will come down. Eventually, there will be a solar flare that will destroy the earth. So you can't say forever. but anyways, so there we go. So there's that story. And once again, remember what we were just talking about? I was just talking about this with you guys. Trump's media company is introducing a crypto reward system for premium subscribers. Users can earn truth gems through activity on Truth Social and convert them into CRO. The program is part of a wider partnership with Crypto.com, which also includes treasury and ETF initiatives. We're not going to get into this whole story or read this verbatim or anything like that. But just remember what I was just talking about. Look, there was not a president talking about Bitcoin in 2024 or 2020. There wasn't. Well, let me rephrase that. Before the campaigns got intense and Trump started talking about Bitcoin himself, Joe Biden wasn't talking Bitcoin. And Trump wasn't talking Bitcoin either in the last market. He's talking about it in this one. And this is why things are different now. We have these institutional investors and politicians and nations and corporations and treasury funds that are all bullish, and they're all buying up, left and right. However, recently we did get this bit of a scare story. Sharing Bitcoin hoarders sink as crypto treasury mania sours. We only had about 3 days of it being the most bullish thing in the world, I think, right? Fundraising has continued even as falling share prices leave some companies worth less than their crypto holdings. Okay, so you see how this seems to be like a negative story? You see the title negative? Let me tell you what they're actually saying here, okay? What they're actually saying here is there are companies out there that have added crypto to their treasury fund. Some is their entire basis, like MicroStrategy for business, and same thing with the BitMine Immersion and some of these others. They're still buying even though prices are down. Prices are falling, and they're still adding. And they're overall, like some of them bought at higher price points, and now they're negative. That's because we don't give a F about negative in crypto. It always comes back up. So pretty interesting. Shares in Bitcoin hoarding companies have tumbled in recent weeks as investors grow increasingly concerned about an overcrowded market. And the first major setback for the crypto treasury craze that has swept financial markets this summer. Strategy, the world's biggest corporate Bitcoin holder, has fallen 18% over the past month to its lowest level since April, dragging down shares in a slew of groups that have aped founder Michael Saylor's use of a public company to stockpile cryptocurrencies. Following the recent declines, some are trading below the value of crypto they hold, in a worrying sign for a strategy that relies on an upward spiral of token and share prices. Like, do you guys honestly think that these people don't understand that? Like, you think Michael Saylor didn't know what he was doing when he started all this? How do you think Michael Saylor felt in the bear market? Right? People were talking about he could get liquidated. Yeah, right. So, anyways, I digress. Let me see what's going on with the comments here. 2 to 5 CRO. Yeah, CRO is definitely one to watch. I think it's just going to go up further and further and further, to be honest. Linea has run. Algorand is moving to the U.S. I thought they were already there. I went into their building at one point. They weren't there, but I went to their building, went inside, and knocked on the door. Nobody answered. IOTA is getting ready to go parabolic. I don't know about that one. I'm not so sure about that. Let's see here. Somnia, the next Ethereum? I don't know. I don't think so. I think Solana is the next Ethereum, right? Forget the shiny coins and start betting on the clear winners of the cycle. Double down on the winners, guys. Yeah, I think that's true. Sausage? You guys like sausage? Are y'all bacon people or are y'all sausage people? I'm a bacon person. Just gotta tell you, to be honest. But I like sausage too. What about Ondo? We might look at that a little bit later. Okay. All right. Let me get back to my stories here. Cardano. You want me to talk about Cardano? I'll talk about Cardano. It eyes a big break after bullish triangles and flag structures signal fresh run. The 10th largest currency, cryptocurrency, is holding firm at the key 80-cent level. Yeah, 80-cent level, fueling momentum towards the $1 milestone. Is Cardano going to make an all-time high? I mean, it's sketchy. Holder stat acknowledged that ADA is consolidating above the 81, 82 cent support, forming bullish triangle, as you can see here, in flag patterns. The resistance at 95 to 96 cents in sight. A breakout could propel the price toward $1 and beyond. The market analysts added, as long as ADA stays above 82 cents, bulls maintain control of the midterm trend, building on strong technical momentum. Cardano, I keep partnership with Chainlink and WL5. I want to call it WL5. I don't know why, really. In a recent AMA session, Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson revealed ongoing talks with major projects like World Liberty Financial and Chainlink, signaling new collaborations. This is good. This is good. This is good. World Liberty Financial recently launched its dollar-pegged stablecoin USD1 with a token generation event, releasing 20% of the 3 billion supply. Major exchanges have already listed WorldFi for spot trading, while USD1 is set to debut on Solana via Radium on September 2nd. Notably, Hoskinson emphasized Cardano's push to integrate with Chainlink, noting the process is complex but worthwhile, describing Chainlink as a project sitting on a golden egg, along with Pyth. Don't forget about Pyth with that. Meanwhile, leading asset management firm Grayscale Investments recently filed with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to launch a spot Cardano exchange-traded fund, expanding its push into altcoin-based funds. Well, how about that? Grayscale filed. Let's see what's going to happen with this. Spot Cardano exchange-traded fund. That would be interesting. Many people believe, by the way, that all of these ETFs for Solana, XRP, Cardano, that they're coming sometime between October and December. So, I mean, we're a third of the way through September, so this could be relatively soon. Breaking. Vietnam approves Bitcoin and crypto trading in 5-year pilot. Wow. Vietnam approved a 5-year pilot for Bitcoin crypto trading. Vietnamese crypto holders and foreign investors are allowed to trade under the pilot program. The country ranked 4th in the crypto adoption index for Chainalysis data. Axie Infinity, Pendle, and Kyber Network are some crypto developed by Vietnamese developers. Did not know that Pendle was Vietnamese. I had no clue. Vietnam has approved Bitcoin and crypto trading in a 5-year pilot to evaluate crypto adoption and regulation of crypto assets. And look, here's the thing, guys. all countries are coming to this. Vietnam, it's not a super obscure country, but Vietnam, not a country that we really think of when we think of bullish stuff in crypto in Asia. You look at Singapore, obviously. You look at China, obviously. Japan, obviously. We look at many of those. Indonesia, India. We look at these, but I know India is not technically Asia. It's Asia Minor, I guess, but I guess it is on the Asian continent. But the point is that Vietnam is more obscure than all those, and it's trying a pilot. Even obscure countries will have to have some kind of plan for cryptocurrency in the future, and it's good that Vietnam's getting on right now. SWI. So let's see what's happening with SWI. Will this challenger be the next crypto to explode? SWI is an up-and-coming Ethereum challenger that recently hit a new all-time high in January. New spot ETFs could be coming for SWI in October. The formation of new SWI treasury companies could add upward pressure to the price. On the surface, SWI looks like a very unappealing investment. The cryptocurrency is down almost 20% for the year and now trades 35% below its all-time high, $5.35 from January. We called that coin. We called it. To say that 2025 has been a difficult year for SWI would be an understatement. Yet during the past 9 days, it's kept pace with both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So all is not lost. In fact, the two new catalysts could send SWI much higher during the next few months, making it potentially explosive crypto investment opportunity right now. Many first-time crypto investors may not be familiar with SWI. If you watch this channel, you are. The one big difference is that SWI is blazingly fast when it comes to transaction processing speeds. SWI can process a mind-boggling 297,000 transactions per second, whereas Ethereum struggles to process 30. And you saw Ethereum saying they've got some changes coming to make it faster. Solana, also a lot of news making its transactions per second.
I hate that they always preface with that. They're like, oh, it's so fast. That's the least interesting thing about it.
It's the least interesting thing about it. You heard it from the queen herself. Moreover, SWI comes with an impressive pedigree. The founders are Silicon Valley investors and creators and developers that came over from Meta Platforms. Myston Labs is the company behind it. So right now, well, and like I said earlier, is SWI going to get this ETF? It could get an ETF as soon as this year. The first catalyst will involve the imminent launch of new spot SWI exchange-traded funds. The ETFs, just like the Bitcoin ETFs in 2024, could lead to an immediate market rally for SWI if approved. These ETFs would give big institutional investors a new way to get exposure to SWI without having to dip their toes directly into the crypto market. The growing consensus is that the SEC will approve a batch of new spot crypto ETFs sometime in mid-October. Pumptober, let's go. Two cryptocurrencies at the top of the approval list are XRP and Solana. That makes sense given that they rank as third and sixth largest cryptocurrencies in the world based on market cap. When you take the stable coins and peg stuff, they're actually much higher than that. I think right now, SWI is like number 11 in actual altcoins. If you consider Ethereum to be an altcoin, which, we always talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum together, right? It's because Ethereum itself has kind of exceeded all the other projects. XRP will be there as well. It may overtake Ethereum at some point. It has done it before. I don't know how close they are right now. We can go look. Let's see. Let's see, what is closer? Ethereum is about 4x away from catching Bitcoin. It's got a 4x from here and it would catch Bitcoin. That is wild. XRP has to less than 3x to catch Ethereum. So XRP is actually closer to Ethereum than Ethereum is from Bitcoin, which is really interesting. Really interesting. Man. That Binance coin, man. That Binance coin. Almost back $900. $896. What is the market cap on that? 124 billion. Man, that's crazy. Ethereum or Solana had a nice pump this week, up 25%. It's good stuff. Okay. Bitcoin crosses 112K as traders brace for day to week. Rotation lifts Sol and Doge. So crypto spent the week in neutral with Bitcoin lagging peers and gold. Positioning remained cautious ahead of CPI, PPI, and central bank headlines, while pockets of rotation pushed Solana and Doge higher. Let's see here. Let's get it to there. Solana Sol extended to 11.6 weekly gain of 24 cents. Oh, no, that's Dogecoin. Solana climbed to 218. Dogecoin extended its 11.6 weekly gain to 24 cents, outpacing major cryptocurrencies. It's the first ever meme coin ETF. Looks to go live for trading in the U.S. on Thursday. Did you guys know that? First ever meme coin ETF. Let's see here. Crypto prices traded water much of the past week, with BTC lagging noticeably both its peer groups as well as versus equities and spot gold. The short-term price picture looks a bit more challenging, and we would prefer a more defensive stance consistent with the tough seasonal story. Keep an eye on DAT premia compressing. Don't know what that is. Referring to many digital asset treasuries is what that stands for. By U.S. listed companies that have sprouted in recent months. So much of the stock market is coming to crypto, and crypto is coming to the stock market. Really crazy. Let's see. For traders, checklist is straightforward. Watch CPI and PPI for the policy path, the dollar for cross-asset risk appetite, and the digital asset treasury premium for any renewed knee-jerk selling into redemption. So pretty crazy, guys, what we're seeing in the crypto markets. I'm going to come back to the chat here a little bit. Get rid of all of these. Guys, I got to be honest with you. You know, every trade you make is not a winner. And right now, I'm sitting down $95. $95 I'm down on this trade. $95. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. We're hovering at 13.8. It's going to be decision time here pretty soon. Interesting. A lot of wicks, some big wicks on these recent 1 hour candles. Let's go look see what markets are saying. We're still on our big green dot on the daily, which is good. We haven't had anything to negate that. We had a red dot and then an immediate green dot here on the 12 hour. That's bullish in my opinion. We're on a green on the 8 hour. We're on a green on the 6 hour. We're on a green dot still on the 4 hour. Got a green dot on the 3 hour. Got a green dot on the 2 hour. Got a red dot on the 1 hour. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see if this actually turns into something. But as you can see, overall in the higher time frames, everything is bullish. Red dot on the 48, red dot on the 30. So that means in the next hour, we could see maybe prices go down and then start building to go up. So we got a lot of green dots, you know, on a lot of these time frames, and including on the daily, the large green dot, which is mega bullish, mega bullish, mega bullish. So, but that doesn't mean the short term is not going to go down a little bit. Certainly could do that. All right, let's see. 1,813 people watching. Down a little bit today. So next Wednesday is Crypto Thrusters Fire Up Day. I think so. I think the attention is going to come back. People are going to come be looking for this information. Mongoose is already priced in. Mongoose. I met those guys in Las Vegas one time. They stopped me in the middle of, where was I? At Caesars, I think. Hey, if you think green dots don't work, you're an idiot. That is true. They do work. They don't work every single time, but they do work. So, all right, guys. That is all I got for today. Make sure to join that trading group. I went all the way over to YouTube and made where you guys could log in there. So make sure to join the group. I've got a website I'm having worked on here right now where it'll be easier to sign up for it. But yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Everybody, be blessed. BitBoy out.